Day, it's not. But you can still claim from your health insurance protection if you have a particular benefit which we call daily hospital income benefit. So it means if you're hospitalized, regardless of the illness, you get a certain cash benefit guaranteed. And so still it can be covered even though it's not specifically mentioned in the contract that it's COVID-19.
Thanks. My last question goes to Piolo. Piolo, I'm sure when you realized how important insurance is to people, you went out of your way or maybe even invited your loved ones to get one, no? Ano yung napansin mong dahilan or kung saan nagagaling yung hesitation ng Pinoy kung ba't ayaw nilang kumuha and what was your counter argument to convince them?
One of the first things I did when I started out, when I started working, of course, was getting insurance, and then eventually right away, my son and my family, all my siblings, and the rest of the family. I guess there's a misconception kasi about insurances, so that's why I'm happy with how Sun Life has handled it through the years. Coming out with different policies and like say Miss Carla, it's just a walking Sun Life information. Anything you have to know, you can just ask her. That's why we also have financial advisors. It's important to have that kind of relationship, a personal relationship, that's so that you can explain to your clients or people who are interested to get the kind of information that they need to know because back in the day, hindi naman natin alam itong mga to, diba? So now we made it more personal. That's why we have the financial advisors that can attend to you personally and just explain everything so that you will know it better or explain it to you better. What can you add to that, Ms. Carla?
Siguro I would say it's a matter of perspective, like Piolo mentioned a while ago. Being financially disciplined takes a while, so that behavior needs to be nurtured, I would say. So we were lucky because Piolo himself is financially disciplined. I mean, he had that perspective at the onset. And so he had that ready mindset to when he talks to a financial advisor, to Chiki, na I want to grow my money, I want to protect my income, I want to be able to afford things and grow my wealth for my son and my loved ones. And so I would say it's really a matter of showing Filipinos the value of insurance, why you need it, why it's crucial to have it, especially if you have, I would say, predisposed to certain illnesses. Kasi just one illness, it can plunge a family into poverty. And so this is what we advocate. That's why if you noticed, Sun Life is very big on financial education because we're also cognizant of the fact that not many Filipinos really appreciate the benefits of having life insurance and health insurance. And so this is why we need you, the media, to become our allies in getting more Filipinos educated on why it is important to be prepared.
And also, using ambassadors like us to be able to send a message across better.
That's true, yes, because Filipinos, we love Piolo. And so it helps because Piolo is also a walking billboard of Sun Life.
Any follow-up question to that? That's it?
Thank you.
Thanks, Jojo. Next, we have Matthew Perez of Daily Tribune.
Hello, everybody. This is Matthew Perez from the Daily Tribune. My question will be for both Carla and PJ. Let's start with Carla. Carla, there are a lot of people who may not have discovered insurance yet, and a lot of the biggest importance that financial advisors are stressing is to start young. What about those who are, say, for example, already in their mid-30s? You will see stuff on Facebook that you won't get as much if you invested in your 20s as opposed to when you invested in your 30s. How would you address this? Wouldn't this be encouraging to people who are, say, in their mid-30s onwards?
So I would say it's never too late, no? Of course, in our okay, I'll message it first. Why do we advocate people to get insurance early? The reason for that is the premiums are lower or more affordable when you're younger. Now, it doesn't mean that you cannot be covered with insurance already when you're in your mid 30s. What we're saying is it's never too late to start preparing for the future. And so, even those, we have policy owners who started even at their 50s, at their 60s. Maybe they get it for their loved ones. Maybe they use it to prepare for retirement. And so there's really not an optimal age to get it. So what we're saying is it's never too late to start.
All right. All right, thank you. And for PJ, my question would be, what financial advice are you going to give people from all walks of life, particularly your fans?
Well, take it from me. Like how I started and how I envisioned, my career. That it's work, and you work for the money, you work for your passion, and you have to set aside a certain part of your income, not just for yourself but for your family and your family's future. And it's really important for us to give extra care to ourselves, our needs, our well-being, so that we'll be able to enjoy the fruits of our hard work. And yeah, just give importance to life. I mean, and enjoy your life. When you can with your loved ones, and be practical about things. These are all practical things. Eating healthy, living right, having the right mindset, and giving importance to your mental health. And don't splurge on things you don't really need. And be wise. Be wise with your earnings. Be wise with your income, and always set aside something for yourself and your family for the future. So these are the things that I live by.
All right, thank you so much.
Or I think I'd like to add to Carla's answer earlier, no? Kasi the question was, why when it's younger versus when they're older? Other than the fact that premiums are much more affordable, it's also because in terms of the investments, the younger you are, the more time for the money to grow. But at the same time, do you guys know that we have different insurance products that can also be covered even later stages in life? Meron kaming Sun Senior Care, and there are also insurance policies that don't even need to be underwritten. Meaning, may guaranteed insurance offer siya, it's going to be accepted 100%. So my recommendation is talk to a sunlife financial advisor
financial
today
advisor.
to get the best product that's suited for you. Alright. Sige, do we have any other questions? Ms. Tess, meron ba?
Yes, we have Marinelle Cruz of Inquirer.
Hello. Can you
Hi,
hear me,
Marinel.
guys? Hi, Peach. So, at taas ng hi, Peach. Okay, one question lang daw sabi ni Tess. Anyway, so Peach, yung campaign, well, sakto naman because you were mentioning about financial education. So, campaign is Wheel of Life. So, parang loosely translated, ano siya, gulong ng palad, di ba? Parang, was there ever, parang it means lang na sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. So, was there ever a point in your career or in your life when you felt so down financially, and how did you survive it? Also, you're a film producer, so how do you account for losses? How do you cope with losses? Mga ganyan. Thank you.
Thank you, Marinel. Nice to see you. Mas maraming losses sa production, so hindi ko lang kung ba't siya pinasok. Pero personally sa career ko, I'm thankful, I'm grateful that through the years, I never had to consider quitting just because, my movie didn't become a hit, or because, I'm the kind of person that is very practical. I don't buy things that I cannot afford. So even if I have the money, I make sure that I save up first before I get something, so that I know wala akong babayarang utang. So even if there's nothing coming, or if I'm not earning anything, I don't have to worry about having to pay my loans because hindi ako nangungutang ng hindi ko kayang bayaran. So through the years, that's one of the reasons why I stay afloat, is because I'm always practical. But with the production, it's really hard. How am I able to cope with that? I guess just like the wheel of life, you'll never know, But nowadays, it's more calculated risk because of the emergence of the new platforms. So we're happy because we're back on track. But there were years that we had to really take a back seat and just assess for ourselves if what we were doing was still okay, it was still feasible. But of course, there were still some people or investors that trusted us. So we managed to, survive. And just the same, I guess, marami ring risks in terms of producing. But I guess ang importante is your passion and knowing that there are people who believe in your product. So just keep on going, and you'll never know when you can hit the jackpot, just like what we had with Kita Kita. So now because of that, our outfit is able to thrive, and now we have more films lined up. So I guess learning there is to not just be practical, but to also know, what you're getting yourself into, and knowing that there's some benefits to it, not just monetary, but also for everyone else, para hindi naman lahat lugi. So yeah,
So take risks pero live within your means. Ganyan.
definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Alam mo na yung word dyan, Marinel, ikaw na yan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marinel. Next, we have Janice Navida of Booker.
Ayan. Hello. Ayan, Papa P, finally.
Nagkaroon ng boses ni Janice. Hi!
Miss you, Papa P.
I miss you too.
As you've mentioned earlier, you've prepared your life for the future and you almost have everything na, di ba? Of course,
Kinakabahan ako ah.
aside from having your own family. But my question is, 14 years from now, do you still see yourself working?
Wow. Yeah, of course. I was with Tito Dante Rivero the other day. He's playing Gomez in Gumburza, and he's 77 years old. I remember asking Tito Boy De Leon and Tita Sandy back in the day when we were doing a show together. I said, because at that time I was contemplating on not just leaving, but also try to diversify and do other things. But they said, why would you quit if you enjoy what you're doing? And yun yung passion nila. So, I was kind of, awestruck by that. Being in the business for decades, and they still have the same passion, the same dedication and energy. And then fast forwarding to Tito Dante, the other day I said, Tito Dance, one of my first work was with him 25 years ago, or actually more than 25 years ago in Esperanza. And this is Sandaling Kailangan Mo Ko, which was in 1998. And now we got to work again together, and I said, why you still do what you do? Because, it keeps you active, not just mentally, but physically. So, sa akin, 14 years down the road, I thought I was going to retire at 40 because I'm a very simple person, knowing that I'm already settled. Thanks to Sun Life, I don't have to worry about my future because I'm covered and I'm protected, even my health. But I don't want to think that far, but if there offers, if there's still room for me to be in this business, to grow and practice what I do best, then I guess I'd stay on, But on the side, of course, I'm doing other things, other businesses, just to keep me busy. As if hindi pa ako busy, di ba? But yeah, I guess, as long as there are good roles to take on and there are good concepts that we can develop, yeah, I guess I'll stay on. Malay mo, maging game show host din ako, di ba?
So yun na lang kulang, Papa P, game show host.
I want to stick to filmmaking, just for the sake of, because that's my passion and I really enjoy, doing films, ganun.
So yun na lang, paki-clarify na, paki-answer yung question. Ano pa yung kulang sa buhay mo?
Ha?
Ano pa yung kulang sa buhay mo ngayon?
Nabingi, no? Ha? Silan?
Kasi parang, di ba, sobrang complete ka na nga. Ano ba yung mga sa tingin mo gusto mo pang magawa? Ayun na lang.
I want us to break out internationally in terms of our film output. Yung Filipino films na mag-break out globally. So that's one of my goals, is for us to be able to champion our content to a bigger market, the international market, because I think that's what we lack, that's what we're missing. So we're trying to partner with different organizations to help us get the better incentive or better budget for our films so that we can produce it better, so that we can be proud of what we can show to the other markets. But personally, mahirap. Mahirap pag kompleto ko na. Masaya naman ako eh. Wala naman akong iniisip ako, may kulang ba? Siguro pag dumating, ito pala yung kulang sa buhay ko. Wow! Baka malaman ko pag dumating na lang. But I'm just really happy, Janice, you know. I'm just really happy. I'm content, you can say that, you know, I'm fulfilled with my life, with my walk and my health. So there's nothing else I can ask for but for peace and, you know, for everyone to stay healthy and to just be a good encouragement to other people, you know, to just protect your testimony and just inspire more people and just live a good life. There are things that I would want to ask for, I guess, you know, I get to spend more years with my family, especially my mom, and yun lang. And my son, of course.
Thank you, Papa P.
Thank you. Kinabahan ako dun.
Thank you, Janice. Next, we have
Alright.
Mr. James Samarang. Hello, sir.
Hi, hello, good afternoon. This one's for Miss Carla. Kanina sa Wheel of Life, we saw that there's yung breast cancer. So there's cancer care product na pala from Sunlife. Can you tell us more about this? And what kinds and stages of cancers are being covered?
Okay.
Ikaw na yan, Miss Carla.
Grabe yung question. Very specific on cancer. Alright, so Sun Cancer Care, it's I would say a more affordable version of Sun Fit and Well, because Sun Fit and Well is the more comprehensive one. So essentially, what that product provides is upon diagnosis of a certain cancer, we already give you a lump sum amount. So it means that's why our campaign, our message is don't take chances with your health and live life in your own terms, because the cash benefit is given to you. So you can dictate where you want to be treated. And we don't give out usually the health maintenance organizations or the HMOs, di ba, may covered hospitals kung saan ka lang pwedeng magpagamot. But with our health protection products, the cash benefit is given to you. So you can dictate where you want to be treated. Now, as far as the list of covered cancers are concerned, I don't have the full list here, but suffice to say, if you're diagnosed with a cancer, we cover it.
Wow. Alright.
Pakilabas yung
We
slides
covered.
natin, guys, for Sun Cancer Care. No, I'm kidding. But to add to that, Sun Cancer Care, actually both for minor and major stages of cancer, it is covered, and it also takes care of your post-cancer treatments. It's, tama ang sinabi ni Ms. Carla, it's very comprehensive in terms of the different stages. So, again, if you want to know more, please
Talk to
get
a
in touch
financial
with a
advisor.
financial advisor.
Today.
Yeah, one more question.
Thank you. Next, we have Mr. Raymond Ravandera. Sorry, Ravandera.
Good afternoon po. For Miss Carla, the question is, for the Sun Fit and Well Protection Plan, what type of fitness rewards can the Sun Life customer get? And was there a plan or a possibility to have like a partnership with a fitness gym for this type of plan? I'm telling this because some of my friends sa gym was telling me like, meron kayang health plan na parang may ka-partner itong gym na to dahil sayang din naman. So they invest then at the same time being healthy na rin.
Okay, so what are the benefits? We have what we call the Go Well community. It's a community wherein if you register in our website, gowell.com.ph, if you are Sun Life Health Protection Policy holder, specifically Sun Fit and Well, you get to earn points for certain health activities. So that activities would include reading health and wellness articles on the website. Second is participating in any of our fitness events. Now, as far as partnerships with gyms are concerned, we used to do that pre-pandemic, but we knew during the pandemic most of the gyms were closed or fitness studios, and so we're not closing our doors. It's just a matter of restarting that particular activity with Go Well, and so watch that space na lang. But you can still, I would say, Sun Life has a slew of fitness events or below the line activation that we have. So we have Sun Cycle PH. Apart from that, we also have the Wheel of Life pop-up fair in certain Metro Manila malls and key provincial cities. So I would encourage all Filipinos and those interested to drop by and avail of those particular activities. And of course, to talk to our financial advisors.
All right, so I guess that wraps up our
Sorry,
Q&A
we
to the
still have
audience.
one last
Meron pa, Miss
question.
Tess?
Sorry, James Cruz of One Mega Group.
Hello. Question is actually for the panel, and this actually a little bit overlaps with the last question. But by the way, I'm from the Game Magazine. We're introducing sports lifestyle, right? So that being said, one of the things that really caught my eye was the fit and well advantage. And since it already overlaps, I guess I just have to rephrase my question into saying, if we had to narrow it down to 3 to 5 reasons why people should avail of the fit and well plan, what would those be?
Okay. I would say, siguro if I can encapsulate it in one phrase, I would say, Sun Fit and Well Advantage is a plan that can cover you in sickness and in health. O ha, parang ano lang, lifetime partner
Tagline na yan.
talaga.
Oo.
So, why do I say that in sickness and in health? First, it's because if you get hit with an unforeseen critical illness, Sun Life will give you a certain amount based on your coverage. Now, if you don't get sick and you last until health, meaning up until retirement, you get guaranteed cash benefits that you can use for retirement as pension. And then the third is, after which, no, if you're still healthy and you're able to live a long, healthy life, your families can enjoy the life insurance protection because there's something that you can pass on to your beneficiary as a life insurance coverage. So I would say that's why it's very comprehensive kasi it covers you in sickness and in health.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Agree lang si Papa Pito.
Yun na yun.
Actually, there's 3 words that can encompass Sun Fit and Well. It's actually prevention, protection, and rehabilitation. So the Go Well community gives you access to those activities that will encourage you to be healthier. And if ever you do get diagnosed with any of those critical illnesses, there will be that amount that will be paid out. And the rehabilitation part is after the diagnosis, meron pa siya actually mga benefits na makukuha ka, such as those cash savings as well as those dividends. So those are the things that you can look forward to with a product such as Sun Fit and Well. All right, so I think that wraps up all